What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. All right, so this is the situation we have right here, ladies and gentlemen. The big story for today is the Day 3 outlook. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and briefly go over the Day 2 outlook. We have a slight risk from the U.S.-Mexico border to Tulsa. We have a marginal risk from the Illinois-Indiana border all the way to the U.S.-Mexico border. And we're expecting thunderstorms tomorrow from, once again, the U.S.-Mexico border all the way to New Jersey right here, ladies and gentlemen. The main threat is hail. There's a 15% hatched risk, which means there's a 15% possibility of 2-inch hail diameter happening within 25 miles of a point. So that's basically what is going on tomorrow. But the main show, surprisingly, is going to be on Day 3. And this whole outlook came completely out of left field. They have issued an enhanced risk of severe weather for Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. And take a look at this. There is a 30% chance of significantly severe weather in that enhanced risk area within 25 miles of a point, which basically means for significant weather, severe weather, if you don't know what that means our possibility of EF2 to EF5 tornadoes goes up. That means the probability of 2-inch hail goes up, and that means the probability of 75-mile-per-hour winds go up. Now, I want to emphasize something very quickly right here, and this is what we have. The current expectation is for storms to develop during the afternoon over the southwest Arkansas and western Louisiana, perhaps as far west as East Texas. This development should occur ahead of a cold front. Okay. This is important right here. A discrete supercell mode is anticipated initially with all severe hazards possible, including strong tornadoes. And what I'm about to show you with the models proves that. And then it basically shows, but before we get to that, basically the last bit of this is showing it's going to turn into a convective line, which basically, from what I've gathered from all of this, is that this is going to basically start as a supercell-oriented system, and then it's going to turn into a quasi-linear convective system, or QLCS, and that wind threat's going to go up as time continues to go on. But that's the whole situation we have right here. And what I want to take a look at here, this is the supercell composite right here. And this is what I want to show you. Out of a scale of 35, and just keep in mind, a 35 of supercell composite, that is very extreme. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before. But we're already at level 9 with this for some of parts of Arkansas right here, which that's pretty crazy, honestly, in itself. We're already at level 9. I'm not sure if this is going to get to double digits as we get more information or not, but we'll have to keep an eye on it because that's already a pretty big supercell composite risk right there. But what's even bigger is the tornado parameter, and out of a scale of 10, if we look at some of these areas in parts of Louisiana, 6.7, this is the level right here for the significant tornado parameter, 6.7 out of 10. That's absolutely crazy. Parts of Arkansas, 6.1. Now, what I have pulled up next is a couple of soundings. We're going to go ahead and go with this one first. This is in parts of Louisiana right here. That lapse rate's around 8 degrees Celsius per kilometer right there. And I want to emphasize the CAPE values right here, which is at 1800 right here. But I really want to emphasize the SRH and the shear. The SRH, from what I'm looking at this is close to 400 right here. That is a lot for tornado development right here. And the shear at the surface to 1 kilometer is 46 knots. That is a big amount of shear for basically surface to 1 kilometer. That's the most important part for a tornado development right there, arguably. The surface to 6 kilometer is 68 knots. And that's going to really enhance that supercell development we were talking about. Now, I would be more concerned about this if the shear was more of a directional shear, because what we're seeing is mostly speed shear. We are seeing a little bit of directional shear, but it's not as much as I'm concerned about. Now, if that shear, like at 6 kilometers, went up a little bit more, like tilted a little bit more to the west, I would be a bit more concerned about that. The potential hazard type is tornado right there, so definitely something to keep an eye on right here. But what I'm about to show you next is absolutely shocking right here. Now, this is in parts of Arkansas. This is southeast Arkansas. Lapse rate's 8.4 degrees Celsius per kilometer. That's already pretty excessive right there. We're cracking 400 SRH right here, like close to 450 at 3 kilometers right here. 45 knot surface to 1 kilometer shear, 50 knot surface to 3 kilometer shear, 66 knot surface to 6 kilometer shear. That's absolutely going to enhance supercell development, and this is something that really caught me off guard right here. This is the potential hazard type that this sounding is talking about, PDS tornado. And if you take a look at the probability of an EF+2 given supercell right here, well, let's just say we're already past the EF3's range right here, the normal EF3 range. We're in the EF4 range right here when it comes to basically the probability of this stuff happening. Now, keep in mind, take this with a grain of salt. I'm not saying an EF4 tornado is going to be happening in the next couple of days, but the probability, according to this sounding, is showing that. Now, before I end this video right here, I need to make something very clear. I want everyone here to take this very seriously. If you're in Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, take this very seriously. This whole enhanced risk area, from what I've looked at, this completely caught me off guard. This completely caught a lot of people off guard. And my personal opinion on all this, considering the threat we're seeing so far, and if we continue seeing more of these models double down as time continues to go on, we could see a moderate risk of severe weather. I'm not saying we're going to see that, but the conditions definitely are there for that. So the one takeaway that you should have from this is that you should start preparing now. Watch your local news coverage when it comes to this, and stay tuned for more, because we will continue to update you here on the Pat's Path Predictor channel. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out and helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. But with that being said, have a wonderful day, guys. Stay safe.